points to Ghana and says that this is the country I would want to be. That you find in churches, programs, you find Muslims attending, you find in mosques, you find Christians who are attending, worshippers. That makes us a state. But this idea of trying, you think that as Muslims we should have done that. I leave to Ghanaian public who are watching live across the globe. The NDC has always demonstrated that everybody in this country should be treated equally. And for us as NDC, this particular holiday which is given to us, for me, is a relief. Because I still remember as a little boy attending school that the agony went through to go to school when my parents were celebrating. We can only thank His Excellency President Mohammed. Right, Honorable Speaker, that explains why, even though my grandfather was one of the founding fathers of the UP tradition,
Honorable Mutala,
the more I read
conclude.
about the political history of this country, the more I gravitate towards the only political party that ensures social justice and equity, and that is the National Democratic Congress. Right, Honorable Speaker, I would conclude by saying, yes, we need to talk about the history of this country, but history is properly told when you acknowledge both the positives and the negatives. Nkrumah is the founder. Nkrumah was a judge, that African of the millennium, not African of 10 years, 100 years. And he was a judge by no less a group than the entire continent of Africa. BBC voted him. Who changed the Founders' Day in the first place? Who changed it? What the NDC and President Mahama is seeking to do is to correct the wrongs that were emotionally driven, wrongs that were not driven by social justice and proper conduct, which is expected of politicians. President Mahama is changing it. So the threat that what happens should the tables, change. When you do that, and hopefully, that will take a very, very long time. The people of this country, right, Honorable Speaker, the people of this country, right, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm concluding. Mr. Speaker, we want to urge our friends, and I agree with Honorable Habib. When he suggested that there could be addition because of the Eid al-Adha, I'll conclude with a famous proverb in Dagban, that you cannot sleep with an itching anus and do not expect to wake up with smelling fingers. They ensure that they slept with an itching anus. It is their baggage to carry. And that is why the frustration is found everywhere in the faces of my honorable good friends. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
With clarity in my mind, energy in my body, duty in my spirit, I speak as a servant ready to offer myself fully once again for party, for country, for a future that must belong to all of us. I know what it means to build from the ground up. I know the weight of responsibility. I know how a single opportunity can transform not just one's life, but an entire family's future. Furthermore, I know the potential of Ghana, and I know the potential of our people, and I have delivered. I am bold. Today, I commit to join forces with you to continue the rebuilding of our party. We should reignite the base. We who are the heart and soul of our party. And of course, we need to unite our family once again. I stand not only as a flag bearer aspirant, which I know, inshallah, I shall win. But also to remobilize the youth of this country and channel them to opportunities and unearth their talent to prosperity. The NPP has a job to do in government. I shall win power and continue with that job. Today, having now submitted my form to run as flag bearer of the NPP, it effectively means that I have submitted my declaration for unity, for a disciplined campaign. Thus, my supporters, north to south, east to west, must shy away from comments and commentary that smears individuals and ultimately affects the fortunes of our party. I come to unite, I come to build, I come to lead with conviction, and I come to win power for NPP.